Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Sorry I'm late.
Late, but still had time to get a coffee.
I was already gonna be late. Did you want me to be a too?
This Thursday starts the new NFL season, but I don't care about it because I have a son and a beautiful, amazing, lovely, amazing wife that I want to spend all my time with. Stupid football where they just throw a little stupid little pigskin around is for babies and not men. I want to spend all my time with my beautiful, lovely, amazing wife and cute son because they're the most important thing to me. Not stupid little football. Is that okay?
Perfect, baby.
Hey, Boo-Boo, my little buddy. What say we go pick up a couple of picnic baskets?
Well, I don't think Ranger Smith will like that, Yogi.
Oh, don't you worry about Ranger Smith, Boo-Boo. I'm smarter than the average bear.
Oh, Yogi, Ranger Smith always catches us.
Well, that's just another day in Jellystone Park.
What if he was out of the picture?
What?
If we finally got rid of Ranger Smith, he could never stop us. Ever again.
Boo-Boo. What are you saying?
What does Ranger Smith weigh? 185? Maybe 190? That's like 50 picnic baskets, Yogi.
He's got a family, Boo-Boo. We've met his kid.
It would be so easy. We just wait for the sun to go down. Start a small fire at the campground. And then the moment he comes running...
I don't know if that's something the average bear could do, Boo-Boo.
If I snap my fingers, you'll forget that you were ever gay.
I was never gay.
Exactly.
Wait, no, stop.
Yes.
No, stop. You can't. I was never gay.
Okay.
No, I was never gay.
Sure.
You can't just state something and snap your fingers and then be like, I was never gay.
If you say so.
How high are you?
Good, how are you?
Our band should be called AC/DC. Which one of us should be the singer?
I don't know, guys. You could be any one of us.
Hey, Principal Jeffries, I have a family emergency. Can you give my class a sub tomorrow?
You're telling me I have less than 24 hours to find a sub?
Only one man that can do this job.
Mr. Bruce, how'd you find me?
You're behind the football field chopping wood. You're still on school grounds.
Oh, what did you come here for?
Listen, we need a sub for 8th grade tomorrow.
I'm out of the game. Why don't you just get that old hag Miss Jansen to sub?
We're not just throwing on Bill Nye the Science Guy, okay? These kids are prepping for a test on Friday.
What's the test on?
Shakespeare.
Why doth this fall on me?
It's a tough class, okay? We got Jeremy Sullivan, Mikey Nichols, and Wesley Schiff.
You want me to come out of retirement to sub a class with the Beast Mode boys?
You're the only damn sub that speaks their Gen Z language.
That's cat. This whole thing's sus. I'm not the chuggy sub I once was. It's giving desperate.
It's giving desperate because it is.
I can't do it! Last time I subbed, I let the class hamster be held by the kid who was raised by his grandparents and wears Fox racing gear. He strangled the thing in front of the whole class, and I gotta live with that!
Just think about it. Oh, and by the way, Miss Fennel's subbing tomorrow. Word is her divorce is final.
You son of a bitch. Guess class is in session.
Doctor, huh? It's funny when people call dentists doctor.
We are doctors. We do 4 years of medical school.
Now, it's called dental school.
But we learn about the entire body.
Yeah, but if you had cancer, you can call it dentist.
You know it's actually harder to get into dental school than medical school.
Well, because there are fewer dental schools. Because most people want to become actual doctors.
That's ridiculous. It's not like we're college professors calling ourselves doctors.
It's not the same thing, my friend.
Well, sure it is. When someone has a heart attack on a plane, do they yell out, yo, does anybody here have an art history PhD?
A PhD is a doctorate. It's literally describing a doctor.
Maybe let's refocus.
No, the problem here is that medical practitioners have co-opted the word doctor.
Okay, Captain.
Now, I know we live in a world where anything can mean anything, and nobody even cares about etymology.
Apparently that's a trigger for me.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man.
Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foo Show!
Hey, what is up, everyone? I am Joe C.
That's it.
Thank you all so very much for listening into the Foo Bar Show, and a special thanks to you Foos who subscribe, rate, review, and share the pod with your fellow Foos. Remember to follow, like, and comment on our Instagram and TikTok at Foo Bar Show. That's FOO Bar Show. And listen at FOOBarshow.com, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, Steph?
That's right.
Steph, today's going to be a good one. You want to know why?
Why?
Because you just got back from vacation. You have much to discuss. And then last week we went to the thing with the Power Rangers, and that's about it.
What kind of shirt there are you wearing?
This thing.
Uh-huh.
So, this weekend was when I joined the football people for their their Fairy Tale Foosball draft. And I last year, I was the Rookie of the Year. I was the Balloon Nuts, and I came in second place. I've never played fantasy foosball before, and I guess I was pretty good at it. It's really just statistics and numbers.
Yeah.
And knowing when to make certain moves. Apparently some people find that difficult to do. Last year it was not, it was exciting because like there was a lot of ups and downs and shit happened. People get injured and all that kind of crap.
Well, people don't want to trade their team anyway, or their players.
Well, it's, you got to be pretty convincing. It's part of the game, you know? It's part of the thing. But this year I made myself a jersey. For those watching the video, I have Balloon Knot right here on my chest. And it says Balloon Knots there, all stitched up. And would you guess I got the double zeros?
Look at that.
And my name's on the back and everything.
Look at you. It's all black and pink and
blue.
Frou.
Because of the balloon knot.
Because of the balloon knot.
Yeah, it's a pink balloon knot.
Surprised they didn't let you put a clown somewhere on that.
A clown?
You know, because of the balloons and the clowns.
That's why That's not why I picked balloon knot.
Okay. No, I get it.
It looks like a sphincter. But I think balloon knots it's just it's not so obvious, you know? Even though it totally looks like a butthole.
You've just ruined
ruined the illusion?
You've just ruined balloons for an entire generation.
I hope so. Maybe next year I'll be the rusty wagon wheel.
That just sounds painful.
Or the dirty sheriff's badge then. Anyway, Steph, what's up with... I just... before we started recording too, I just... apparently I'm in 2 leagues this year. I'm in my bass players league. He calls it Just for Funsies.
For funsies.
So I'm doing that. So I guess I'm in 2 of them this year, but I'm only really putting money into the one with the other guys, not my bass players.
Okay.
Team. But it's an excuse to drink, and boy did I drink.
I was so pissed.
You had to pick me up.
Yeah.
And
I just gotten back from vacation.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. How was your vacation, Steph?
It was...
You went to Nashville.
I went to more than just Nashville. I went to the entire state of Tennessee in 3 days.
Yeah, no shit.
Feels like it.
Let's talk about that.
It was just, vacation with some friends, and we had 3 days. I had 3 days only because we didn't want to take a lot of time off of work, and we were going to couple it with the weekend so we can get some extra time to fly back.
Yeah. But ironically enough, you didn't take Labor Day off, which is the day we're recording this. This is why you're all getting it a day late, by the way.
Yeah. We just didn't think about it. We're just like, okay, we'll just all go back to work on Monday and get that holiday pay.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
Okay.
It's and it's a regular day for us, so it's just like, that's not a holiday.
Sure.
I mean, holiday pay, but...
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
We fly into Memphis, and we do Sun Studios, historic.
Yeah. It's where Elvis recorded.
Mm-hmm. we do Graceland, and we're just like, oh, we'll only be in Graceland for like an hour. The tour is only an hour. Oh no. Yes, the tour is like roughly an hour.
Yeah.
Self-guided tour. Beautiful house, takes you through the history. You see all the like the artifact. I call them artifacts, but all of the
all of his stuff,
all the documents and his personal items, things like that. But then across the street is a museum, and there's different sections to the museum which we didn't even realize until we're like moving through it. There's the cars, his motorcycles. There's his costumes. There's an entire section dedicated to Lisa Marie. There's an entire section dedicated to the Austin Butler movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And so like they like compare and contrast like what's real, what's not.
Okay.
And they actually have like props from the set. So it was pretty cool. And they have the Lisa Marie personal plane.
Okay. The
so
jet?
that you actually get to walk through it. And then they have his jet. So they have the two there. And
so you just walk around his house pretty much.
you walk around his house, and then you walk around. You go across the street to walk around the museum.
How much is admission for a place like this?
That's a good question. I don't know. Also, we got a Groupon, so it's a little bit cheaper.
Okay. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Did you just sneak in?
No. Because it was like we grouped everything together. And I kind of just like paid whoever paid for it.
You just divided by...
Yeah, divided by 5.
By 5, yeah.
So I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm sure I can look that up.
Okay, no.
But I'm not going to.
I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
No.
But the thing is, like, we went in knowing that it was going to be hot and humid.
Yeah.
But you don't really know what hot and humid is if you've never experienced it before until you step foot off the plane.
Oh, yeah.
It is like... The air was like wet.
Hot and humid?
It was wet.
Yeah.
And we were just like, I was sneezing for like the first day. I was like, what is this? There's no smog in the air. It's just wet and it's clear and there's trees.
Yeah. It's would you say like it's the opposite of going to like Denver where everything is so nice and clean? Like the air?
The air in Denver is clean because it's up higher.
Yeah, it's a mile high.
But it's like also kind of dry. Not really dry like California dry.
Sure.
But I don't know. It's not moist. But it's definitely not 95% humidity like Tennessee. Whew.
That's crazy. 95?
It was 95% at one point.
Dude. That's like tropical shit right there.
Hell yeah.
All right.
So that's Memphis. And then we have to drive the same day 3 hours into Nashville because that's where we're staying.
Okay.
In Nashville.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's just a whole lot of nothing on that road. And it's 2 lanes. And
it doesn't get busy, this road?
I mean, it's busy, but it's just enough for like, okay, if there's somebody moving faster, then you just move over and then you move back. It's just,
yeah,
like kind of casual.
Sure.
And then there was thunderstorms, but those pass really quickly.
Okay.
Like you don't need to be like, oh, our day's ruined. It's like, no, just wait. Just wait the 10 minutes and just kindly pass.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of nothing.
You went to a Titanic museum whilst in Tennessee. Please make that make sense.
That, you know what? They had a Groupon bundle. I kid you not. This was a whole weekend full of Groupon.
Christ.
And it was bundled. For some reason, the Dollywood entrance and the Titanic entrance were bundled together.
What the fuck? Are they like they got to be associated somehow?
Yeah. Like the whole area of Pigeon Forge was, okay, again, 3 hours away from Nashville to the east. So we had to like do that.
But that's 6 hours of driving if you're going round trip on the same day.
We did do that. Let me backtrack to Nashville. Nashville's fun.
Yeah.
Right? You got there's the Gulch, which is like a lot of food places. We went to barbecue spots. We walked around. And then we went to Broadway Street, which is like the main street for music. Almost every bar has a band playing. And then you kind of just like, you drink. You can't take the drinks outside the bar like you can in Vegas. You go there for a drink and then you bar hop to the next one.
Just like California.
Yeah, you see the bands, but like the thing is they're stacked right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can literally go to 10 bars in one row.
Yeah.
California's a little bit different because you might have to drive
to the next one.
Well,
unless you're in LA, and then they are like
they're
you just got to walk to the next block or something.
Yeah, but this one is like they are stacked right
Mhm.
next to each other. And there's like boots for sale everywhere.
You didn't get any boots?
No, because like realistically, I'm not gonna wear it.
No, I'm not like. Were they only like cowboy boots?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, fuck
like we're
that.
talking
No,
about
no,
cowboy
no.
boots.
Yeah.
I kid you not. One store was just it was. I feel like the name of the store was buy one get two free.
Get
Yeah, pair.
Get a pair.
Yeah, but
Not two pairs.
it literally said buy one get two free. And I'm like, what's the name of the store? Oh, I guess that's the name. I'm pretty sure it had a real name, but I couldn't find it.
So you buy one boots. You got to choose
You
the
buy-
right or left one.
No, you buy one pair of boots.
Okay. And then
Come on,
you
it's
get
not
two
that hard.
pairs more for free.
And then you get three pairs of boots
wow.
for the price of one.
And it's and the one is $500.
Probably.
They're incorporating the what the others cost into
Yeah.
that one, probably.
So, we went to the Goo Goo store, which is like the world's first candy bar store.
Oh yeah. You brought
Apparently.
back a
Yeah.
chocolate, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a nougat peanut.
Sure.
It's like
It's a Snickers.
it's a Snickers, but it was more delicious because it felt more like natural. I guess.
Yeah, not so much like in a mass-produced factory type.
Right.
Right.
It was nice. And then off of Broadway, like a couple, one street down, there was the Johnny Cash Museum, but we didn't have time to go to that. There's so much we didn't get to go to. I wanted to do the Gibson Garage. I wanted to do the Johnny Cash Museum. I
Mhm.
wanted to do the, what's it? Jack Daniels
Oh yeah.
Distillery.
You know, it's funny. That place is in a dry county, the distillery. So, like, you can't buy Jack Daniels in the same county or city or whatever the fuck or town as the factory.
Yeah. You had to go a little bit away
But
for
the
that.
tour, I'm sure, is cool.
Yeah. And then there's a whole bunch to do in Nashville. Just Nashville alone. But we were only there for 3 days. So we couldn't do much in Nashville because we went there mainly for a Green Day concert.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was freaking awesome.
That's your favorite band.
It's my favorite band.
So
They played Dookie in its entirety, and they played American Idiot in its entirety because Dookie's 30th anniversary is this year, and also American Idiot's 20th anniversary this
Oh,
year.
wow. Okay.
And what Green Day's doing this tour is having a special patch made for each city. So I got the little Nashville patch.
Cool.
And it looks like the Warning guy on the album cover,
Yeah.
getting struck by lightning, but he's in cowboy attire.
Oh, tight.
It says Nashville.
Nashville.
It was funny. One of my friends that we were vacationing with during this trip, immediately after she got off the plane, she doesn't have an accent. She just immediately started talking with a twang. We're in Tennessee, y'all.
She wanted to fit in.
Oh my God. None of us fit in with the crowd.
No.
We stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
The five of us.
Filipinos and miscellaneous.
Not only that, but like our accents, like right off the bat, we're all saying, dude, hell yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah, it's all California.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh man, our accent's real.
Yeah, now you have an accent. They don't have an accent.
No.
Yeah.
But my God, everybody was so nice. Like that Southern hospitality in the places we went to,
Mhm.
it was like genuine. They weren't trying to be like, oh, hi, welcome to whatever, because it's their job. They were actually like really nice.
Yeah.
And everybody was really pleasant. So we got super wasted at the concert.
Tight.
And
yeah,
then,
you had those beatboxes that got you wasted over at When We Were Young
Yeah.
Fest last year, and you didn't learn your lesson there.
No, look, Laura, we were trying to think of like, what are we going to buy before the concert? And we didn't want to buy a full bottle because we're not going to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, I know what to do. We got to go to a liquor store because they don't sell alcohol at a grocery store. Like you have to get it separate. Liquor is in the liquor store.
Yeah.
We went to a liquor store and I was just like, you know what? Let's just do a couple beatboxes and we'll get these like really sweet I think they were like watermelon sour apple shots.
Okay.
Nothing but sugar and alcohol. The wisest choice, right?
Sure.
So we pound a beatbox, get a shot. We're feeling good. And then we get to the concert. We actually parked on somebody's lawn for the concert.
Yeah.
I was like, this is actually really smart.
Yeah.
Because they were charging like $25 a car.
That's worth it, man.
Yeah.
And what, you leave the keys with the owner of the house or something? Or how
No,
does that work
they park it strategically so anybody can get out at any time. At least our parking spot.
Uh-huh.
Because there's nobody behind us or in front of us.
And you just park on their lawn.
Yeah.
That's
they
dope.
tell you where to park.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the whole neighborhood was doing it.
Yeah.
And it was better than, because the actual venue parking was sold out. So we're just like, where the fuck are we supposed to park? We tried to park on the curb. We couldn't find it. And then the closer we got to the venue, the more we saw that people were parking on lawns because the homeowners were standing out there with signs.
Yeah,
$25, and then we'll show you where to park. It's like, okay, let's do it.
And it's not that far of a walk?
It was like a maybe 5-minute walk.
Okay.
It's like right there. The stadium's right in like the residential area.
Mm-hmm.
We did miss the Linda's and Rancid.
Okay.
Because we were waiting in line for merch.
Yeah.
We heard them.
Okay.
I'm sure they put on a good show.
Linda's, those are like those teenage girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit older now.
We've seen Rancid. So.
I mean, and then Rancid actively tours all the time, so you can catch them at any time. I wasn't really concerned about like missing them.
Mm-hmm.
But then Smashing Pumpkins, they put on a good show.
Yeah.
They really did.
They played all the hits.
They did.
Yeah.
Played all the hits. Short and sweet.
Good.
And
because Billy Corgan just seems to me like he's a giant douche that wouldn't want to play all the hits.
Oh, they did.
That's good.
And he actually looked like he was having a good time.
Hey, look at that. He cracked a smile and shit.
I think so.
Could have sworn I saw one. Yeah.
And the Green Day was amazing as always.
Mm-hmm. You said so the parking was sold out, but the venue was not?
The venue was not sold out.
That's crazy to see, because I saw the video that you took from where you were standing, and there was a lot of empty seats in the background.
Yeah, on the sides mostly.
Yeah.
But everything else was pretty much, the floor was sold out.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to get into the pit, but I waited too long on those tickets. Like, they sold out immediately.
Yeah.
So I was just right behind the pit in the seats.
Mm-hmm.
And I had bought my ticket a little bit later than everybody else. And so they had a little bit cheaper seats, but in the back of the floor.
Yeah.
And so at some point, I went back there to see what their view was like.
And it sucked.
They can't see anything. There's like 6'7" people like right in front of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have a terrible view.
That sucks.
So I'm just like, I'm going back up to my seat. For the most part, I was by myself at the concert, but it was fun. I was fine.
Yeah.
We get back, and so that's night 2. 2 out of 3 days.
Yeah.
Day 3, we already knew that we had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
To drive from Nashville to Pigeon Forge because we had a 9 o'clock appointment at the Titanic Museum.
Titanic Museum.
We woke up. I mean, we didn't even get to bed until probably maybe a little bit after 1 o'clock. But then we woke up around 2:30 because the next door neighbor across the street having a party, and they were fighting in the street, and we're just like, oh my god, they're gonna start shooting each other because they sounded really angry.
Uh-huh.
And then they started revving their engines, and then people started screaming like, stop, what are you doing, get back in here. I was like, oh my goodness, somebody's gonna get run over.
Yeah.
And I was welcome Tennessee.
Yeah.
But none of that
you
happened.
realize
You
that
know what?
Tennessee is a landlocked state.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys went to a Titanic Museum.
You can't get over that.
I can't get over that. Why? First of all, why is there a Titanic Museum in a landlocked state?
So, okay. Let me explain some to you. Okay. I'm not even sure this is entirely true because I was like half asleep during the Titanic tour.
Okay.
The owner of the Titanic Museum, I think, is from Tennessee, and he's like a Titanic aficionado.
Uh-huh.
He's done a couple trips to the Titanic, submarine style.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What, like the one that just died? Like those billionaires that died?
No, they do that. They have, like, back in the day, you can go and pay a lot of money and then they'll take you to the Titanic.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, he has like personal photos there and he just started collecting items. And then I guess there are other Titanic museums that will switch different artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
So they're on loan. So like we can't take pictures of them at all.
Yeah.
There were like found lost treasure items. Like there's a piece of bark from the railing. There's people's luggage. There's like photos taken. Titanic stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then it leads you right into a gift shop, and everybody wants like Titanic memorabilia. It's like I don't really want it.
Yeah.
I don't want to remember this tragedy. Oh, but they did have a replica of the what is it? The door that Rose was on the Titanic movie.
The door?
The door. Do you remember the Titanic movie?
Oh, the door. Yeah, the one where she was floating.
Yeah,
then
she could have totally scooted over.
That could have held two people.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
There's no more room. There's room.
There's room. Get out of here.
There's room. He didn't need to die.
Not like that.
But it was funny because we were looking at all like, here's the first class, second class, and third class passengers. And then you can see the difference between the first class and third class passengers. Or the first class, they don't really have a lot of children.
Yeah.
And the third class is almost all kids.
Oh, wow.
And then I said that out loud, right behind some kids. I'm just like, you see, first class people don't have a lot of kids. And they're just like, you just said that out loud. I was like, I said what I said.
You can't take it back now.
I'm just making an observation. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you had to drive all the way back from there?
No, we went to Dollywood, which is like 15 minutes away.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Dollywood reminds me so much of Knott's Berry Farm.
Mm-hmm.
It has that country feel. I mean, every section of Dollywood is representing a little bit or a little part of her life growing up.
Yeah.
So it has like a special meaning. And she actually employs her family
Okay.
there.
Nice.
They just renovated Dollywood with a new historical experience. They have a new setup, new videos. They have her rhinestone gallery for her costumes and her wigs. The one thing we didn't get to see was
her titties.
There was a musical theater, and they had different show times. I think the last show time was like at 5:00, but at that point we were already leaving because it was going to take us so long to get back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we stopped by Buc-ee's.
Oh, yeah. You went to your first time at a Buc-ee's.
It's my first time at a Buc-ee's.
How was it?
It's everything that I thought it was going to be.
It's a convenience store.
It's a Buc-ee's. But you know that little beaver?
Yeah,
I think
it's a beaver. Yeah, it's a beaver.
So cute with his little buck teeth and his hat.
You didn't get... They don't sell like the little Buc-ee's?
Yeah, they sold a little plushie and things like that. But...
You didn't get a Buc-ee's plushie?
I didn't get a Buc-ee's plushie. I got you some beef jerky, though.
Yeah, until I finished it.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. I opened it on the plane because I was hungry. I was like, let me taste this.
Yeah.
But in the middle of the Buc-ee's, and I don't know if it's like this for all of them. Probably it is. They just have barbecue. And, there's cooks. They're making the sandwiches. Like there's a pulled pork sandwich.
Oh,
there's
nice.
a brisket sandwich. I had a fried chicken sandwich. Oh, delicious. They're known for their fudge.
Yeah.
And they have like a giant gas station next to it.
And you went to a pyramid-shaped Bass Pro Shop?
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that. That was the very first thing we did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's the 10th largest pyramid in the world. But we got there so early that the top of the pyramid was not open yet. Because I think that opens at 11. I think there's a restaurant up there.
Oh.
And then you can actually take an elevator all the way up.
Uh-huh.
And then I think you can go outside.
Like a patio area?
Like a patio on the top.
Okay.
Or you can just like walk around. And that Bass Pro Shop is so big, there's a hotel.
Oh,
like you
wow.
can see the hotel rooms in the shop.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's like a Luxor almost?
Yeah, it looks like Luxor. And there's live animals, there's fish, there's gators.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
No, you got a good chunk of the South there.
So, I mean, you haven't been to Tennessee.
No.
But you've only known how tired we were because I've been telling you
Yes.
throughout the weekend. It's like, oh my God, we gotta drive 3 hours. But those 3 days in those 3 different areas of Tennessee, we got almost no sleep the entire time.
Jeez.
Because there's so much driving.
Yeah.
And I really had to thank my friends for driving because I was just wiped out.
How were they not wiped out?
They were. They took turns, but I couldn't do it.
Oh, wow.
Whew.
Crazy. And now you're here.
And now we're here.
And then you had to pick me up from the fantasy football gathering. And I was I had a beverage. And it didn't sit well with me.
How many beverages?
I lost count. Yeah, there was a lot. Hey, listen, I had fun. I don't, do that stuff all the time. And, this last week, too, I went to go see Santana, and Counting Crows opened up for him. That was dope.
Oh, yeah.
Counting Crows was fun to watch. And, and then Santana. And then on Saturday, I went to Knott's, or should I call it SoCal's Dollywood.
It's Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, I went to Knott's Berry Farm. I got free tickets to go in, but in doing that, I went ahead and bought the fast lane tickets so that you can get to the front. You still got to stand in a line, but it's not the big ass line because a lot of people are wising up and they're coughing up the extra few bucks so that they don't have to wait in that 2 hour long line.
Yeah.
And we got on all the rides, all except the Rapids one, because we didn't want to get wet.
Yeah.
So we went on Ghost Rider twice. That's probably their best roller coaster right now, and it's simple too. Like there's no loops, there's nothing like that, but it's just so violent, and it's just it keeps going. It's probably the longest roller coaster that they have there too.
It's like 3 minutes, right?
It just keeps going.
That's a long roller coaster. No,
it's fun.
thank you. I can't do roller coasters.
So much fun. And then that was my week. Not as exciting as yours, but I did shit.
Yeah, you got the stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
And then had to pick your drunk ass up. Babe, can you pick me up? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was funny because I texted you and then I started calling you. And the longer I waited for you to come out of the house, the angrier I got.
Why didn't you just call Josh?
Well, I mean, I texted the group.
Oh.
After like 15 minutes of waiting, I was just like,
Sure.
You know what? I bet he's asleep. And I'm getting angry for nothing because he's asleep. And then sure enough, Josh answered the text. I was like, he's fucking asleep.
I wasn't asleep. I was just not paying attention to my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I really wasn't. The phone was in my pocket. I guess I just wasn't feeling the vibrations. Mm-hmm. And and I didn't really knock out until I got in the car. Well, and after I threw up.
Yeah. It's funny because Josh comes outside with you and I turned to talk to him. I was like, hey, Josh, what's up? And then I turn around and you're just like, ugh, right in front of the car.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't get it on anything.
Good. Oh, my goodness.
Good times.
Yeah, and not to... Look. You fell in the bathroom.
I fell in the bathroom?
You don't even remember telling you this.
No, what happened?
You were using the restroom, and then I was just like, he's been in there for a long time. And you fell asleep. And then I woke you up, and then I think, I closed the door, and then you had gotten up, but I heard this crash.
What the fuck?
And then all of a sudden you appear outside the door, and then the shower curtain has dropped.
What?
All of the things on top of the toilet have just scattered everywhere.
I don't remember this at all.
It had almost looked like you had fallen and you were trying to grab at something and you grabbed the shower
That's
curtain.
probably what happened. Yeah, that's probably exactly what happened.
And I was like, this motherfucker.
All right.
Is so drunk.
I blacked out. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's never speak
And
of
then
this
you
again.
and then you went into bed with your shoes and your watch and your glasses and your hat. And my fury was through the roof.
Hell yeah. But here we are doing a pod. You had a fun weekend.
I did have a fun weekend.
I had to bring you down a notch. Listen, I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't know I was gonna get that fucked up. I was just drinking those Modelo Oros.
I don't even know what that means.
It's Modelo's version of a Michelob Ultra. Like it's a low carb drink. It's just water, man. It's water, but it is
apparently not
4%, which is more than most light beers.
We have this conversation every time you get drunk. It's like, did you learn your lesson?
Yeah, of course.
No,
never gonna happen again.
Yeah.
Nope. But yeah, man. So we said last week, because last week we recorded early because we were gonna go to the Power Morphicon.
Yeah.
So we got that to talk about. You want to get into Geeking Out and discuss a little Power Morphicon there?
Let's do
Steph Rooney.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I don't have it queued up here.
Steph Rooney.
Stephanopoulos.
Stephen.
Jack
Stephen.
Stephen. All right. Here we go.
Okay, nerds, let's go!
Power Morphicon. I've never seen a bigger bunch of nerds before in my entire life, and we go to Comic-Con.
Yeah, we sure do.
Man, that was cool. That was cool. Everybody was just so friendly, and everybody was really, really into it. I mean, it's all about the Power Rangers. Every iteration of the Power Rangers, everybody just comes and celebrates that.
Yeah, this was the 31st anniversary of Power Rangers in the U.S.
Yeah.
And, woo, they had dedicated a lot.
Yeah.
So we get there, we check in, and then immediately there's already these props. There's Alpha number 5. There's people dressed up. There was a lot of Green Rangers, I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of Green Rangers.
Well, I think everybody's mourning, Jason,
Yeah.
David Frank.
Yeah. There were some pretty cool costumes. They really spent time with the shoulder pieces.
Yeah.
They look really nice. There was a couple of other costumes that I saw from the other seasons that actually looked really cool because they had almost 3D printed the plates and everything like that. Which is nice. Dedication. The main lobby or the main hall had just photo op after photo op and autographs from almost every single Power Ranger for the last 30 years. They were all there. They were all there. Jordan was there.
That's cool.
Did you see him?
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like Zord.
Well, no.
But, I heard that actor only went to record his face or his head once ever. He only did a few minutes, and they just used that image of him for the entire first few seasons that they had a Zordon for.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't think it's the same guy either for the movie with Ivan Ooze.
No.
Because remember where, the control center gets all fucked up and Zordon's in there and the crystals, his body's right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that that's the same guy. Maybe it is. I have no idea. But, yeah, can you believe it? I mean, I think he only got paid once just for recording his face, and then that was it. But they kept using him, and somebody else did the voice.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was him that did the voice.
You want to look that up?
I'll look it up.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
Oh, man. But it was pretty cool walking around because it reminded me of how, growing up, we had a bunch of the toys from Power Rangers. We had the fucking what is it? The Brontosaurus? I can't even remember. We had the Titan,
Yeah.
which you can combine with the other toys in order to make like this colossal thing. I can't even remember the name because I'm so excited.
The Brontosaurus.
The
thing,
Brontosaurus.
and then it turns into a tank when they all come together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
you
All right.
find
Yeah. So the OG, and my bad. Yeah, he did voice himself, David J. Fielding. He was the first dude, and then for the movie, it was Nicholas Bell, and then Russell Curry for Cosmic Fury, and then Bryan Cranston for the 2017 film. I forget that he was Zordon.
Really?
In that movie. Bryan Cranston, yeah. Fucking Heisenberg.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. That's the one with Elizabeth Banks as Rita and shit. Remember? Sure, you remember.
Yeah, we probably watched it.
Yeah, we watched it. We went to the movie theater and everything. You probably fell asleep.
I don't know, man. That was a long time ago.
That was 2017.
That was
7 years ago.
a long time ago.
7 years ago.
So we sat in for a couple panels. One was Red Ranger throughout the years.
Uh-huh.
And the original Red Ranger wasn't there because he was doing photo ops. It's like somebody didn't call him in to the panel.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Austin St. John? Or
Yeah.
is that his name?
Yeah, no, he was there.
Yeah, he was taking pictures and shit.
Yeah, but he could have been part of this panel.
Yeah, that's true.
Would have tied a nice, neat little bow.
That's all right.
And then we saw the Jungle Fury panel.
Oh, yeah.
I've never watched this one because this is like, it came out when? In
After our time.
2009.
Yeah. Premiered in 2008.
2008.
Yeah.
This is the Power Rangers Jungle Fury is the 16th season of the American television series and is the adaptation of Juken Sentai
Jackie Ranger.
Jackie Ranger, which is the 31st Japanese Super Sentai series.
Wow. It would be the last season to air on both entities before the launch of Disney XD.
Do you remember when
'Cause it
Disney
was-
XD launched?
No, I never had cable. Yeah, I was a part of Jetix on Toon Disney. See, I don't know what these things are. I didn't have cable growing up.
Think about like Jetix as like, do you know Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
And then there's Toonami, which is like a block of,
Or like Adult Swim.
yeah, it's just like a block of
Yeah.
cartoons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay, cool.
And then Disney X was like its own thing, but now there's only Disney.
Right. Yeah, Disney Plus.
They were pretty cool. I mean, this is when the helmets started looking like they had ears. There was a rhino and had like a little rhino thing. There was like a bat one.
Okay.
I never watched it, but they were talking about pizza a lot. And apparently they have like this pizza place and they ate pizza all the time on the show.
Okay.
I mean, had I known that growing up, I would have probably watched this season just because I love pizza so much.
Well, yeah. I mean, we watched the Ninja Turtles growing up, so that made us love pizza.
Hell yeah. It's like, why do you love pizza so much?
Yeah. It's the intro to the ooze.
Yeah. The best one.
No, that's not the best one.
That's the best one.
That's not the best one. The original one's the best one. No, it's the campiest one. It's probably the worst one.
That's my favorite one. No,
And it
Turtles in Time
stinks.
was terrible.
I'm just saying, number 2 wasn't that great.
It was the best one. Like, I like number 1, but I prefer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, you know how they're making a live action, another live action Ninja Turtles movie. That's going to be what do you call it?
The Last Ronin.
The Last Ronin. I'm hearing that they're trying to get the original actress who played April in that first movie to come back and play April again.
Ooh, yeah.
Because, April's much older now.
Mm-hmm.
And that actress has got to be that much older, too.
Yep.
And if not, maybe do some, like, cool, like, Stan Lee thing where she's, like, something else in the background. They just want her to be a part of it. I'd love her to be April because she was the best April.
Sure.
What the fuck?
You know what? I did like her April better than the second one.
Yeah.
But I still like the second movie better.
Okay.
Is all I'm going to say.
Well, you can be wrong all you want.
What?
That's what I just said. Anyway, back to Power Rangers.
Power Rangers Power Morphicon was definitely a good community, and it was very welcoming to those who celebrated and loved Power Rangers throughout the years, have grown up with Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
They really accommodated for people with disabilities. There was a whole panel on autism and Power Rangers within the community.
Mm-hmm.
And Power Rangers is so strong with promoting, what is it? Like community involvement and diversity. And it was one of the few shows that actually helped like people realize that you can actually be kind to each other.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that on that scale. And like for like years after years, like they're trying to like decrease bullying and, you know, promote self-awareness and, you know, just overall being a good person to those, you know, able and disabled.
We saw Skull.
Yeah.
He was there too. The bully, Skull.
Yeah.
No
he
bulk,
was.
but yeah.
They were all there. Well, no, they weren't all there because we
only went on Sunday.
We only had time to go on Sunday, but it was still good. There was a lot of good panels. I'm still waiting for them to release Legend of the White Dragon. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, they've been in post production for some time now. It's coming out in December.
I think it's coming out in December. If you want to take a look at that, there was a added attraction at Power Morphicon.
September. It's supposed to come out September 4th.
Wednesday?
Initial release, it says here. Upcoming, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it says right there, September 4th. It's happening.
Last
Steph.
I heard it was
happening.
December.
Well, maybe I got pushed up, I guess. So now we got to figure out how we're going to watch this movie.
Where's it coming out? What does it say?
You're going to have to keep talking. Give me a minute.
All right. But yeah, like I was saying, there was an add-on to the Power Rangers Morphicon, which is the Jason David Frank. It was like a kind of like a mini museum, and it had like the last outfit that he wore for Legend of the White Dragon. It was a little beyond our price point at the time, so we didn't go in it. But you know, I kind of glanced in there. I was like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
So it was nice. It was fun.
Tight. Well, it just says it's going to be in theaters, so I guess we just got to scope it out over in like Fandango. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, we use Fandango all the time.
Do we?
Yes.
I just go to the theaters app, like AMC or Regal.
No, I use Fandango.
All right.
People still use that. That's a daily occurrence.
Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know. The other day I tried calling the movie phone guy. Just kidding. And then what else did we do there? That was it, huh? Because it was just Sunday. We missed Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Because you were at a concert. You were at the Kings of Leon concert.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And you were gambling and such.
We didn't go gambling.
You didn't go gambling?
No. Mom wanted to go shopping instead.
Okay.
So we went shopping.
Yeah. Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
Well, what else? I mean, we got LA Comic Con coming up.
LA Comic Con
or
coming
at least I think we can sign up for press passes now.
Yeah. So we'll give you a little special LA Comic Con sort of like
a ramp up with Nelson wants to be a part of that.
Yes,
Metalhead Nelson. We're probably gonna have him back on.
We're gonna have our correspondent Metalhead Nelson, who is an integral part of the show.
Yeah.
Come on, and we're gonna talk about LA Comic Con next episode.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, Steph. Well, is that it for Geeking Out?
That'll do it.
I guess that's going to do it for the show, man. All right. So, I guess stick around for next week's pod, we're gonna try to have Nelson one way or another, and then we can talk about a little LA Comic Con. We'll talk about some other releases coming out that we're pretty excited about. And you know what we need to see between now and then is that new Alien movie. Everybody's really talking it up. So I need to, yeah. And how about in the next episode we also do like a timeline of the Alien saga.
Oh, I would love that.
So like we can like recalibrate where we're at in the movie, because you know they give you the movie, they give you prequels, they give you sequels. This one's supposed to be a sequel to the original one, like a direct sequel to that original one. Yes. I explained it in the last pod a little bit, but I'd like to put them all together chronologically to see where we're all at here.
I'm down for that.
Awesome. All right, Steph. Well, that's going to do it. Thank you all so very much for listening in to the Foo Bar Show, and a special thanks to you Foos who subscribe, rate, review, and share the pod with your fellow Foos. Remember to follow, like, and comment on our Instagram and TikTok at Foo Bar Show. That's FOO Bar Show. And listen at FOOBarshow.com, and we'll fill it up like a couple of Foos. I've been Josie.
And I'm Steph.
Signing off saying, don't be a dick!
Fuck, man. Thank you guys.
Melanie, I'm single, you're single. What do you say we get married?
Well, I'm glad you finally decided on the direct approach.
Yeah, well, I'm a businessman at heart.
As am I. What's your offer?
Single rich male seeks matrimony.
Primary residence?
Westchester County.
Would you be open to considering a secondary residence in Manhattan?
Central Park West.
South.
Done. Time spent together.
8 hours, 5 days a week.
7 hours, 12 hours weekends.
55 hours aggregate, specifics to be determined later.
I'm amenable to that. Children.
1.
3.
2.
Done. But one of them has to be a male.
I'll see what I can do. Vacations.
December, Hawaii.
June, the vineyard.
June, fine, but Hawaii.
Nope, the vineyard.
Is that a deal breaker for you?
I'm afraid so.
Me too. Well, we gave it a shot.
I'm sure you'll find a better match.
Thanks for the time.